Hey, what's up, followers? Welcome to the Mobile Roar podcast for the week of February 11th, 2016. I am Joe Fidua.
I'm Chris Chavez.
And I'm Ashley King. He
We're
got that
live
one out
again.
really quick.
I don't know how many people are going to be watching this live, but we are live again. We have not been live for 6 months.
Ah, it feels like forever.
I feel like I have to watch what I say now or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we were still uploading the same exact videos.
I mean, you can censor some stuff.
That's true. I did actually edit something in the last one, so I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those fun content ID thingamabobs on our channel. So.
Oh yeah, those are so good. Did you guys see the one where Ubisoft content ID their own? They did their own video. It was the.
Are you serious?
Wow.
It was like you were in violation, but it was who was it? It was Ubisoft like France or something, and then the original Ubisoft like copyrighted that took it down. So it was like so hilarious. It's like damn.
Oh my god.
It's getting out of hand. It's so crazy.
Yeah. So we're back, and we got some pretty good news to talk about this week. So let's just get right into it. First thing we'll talk about is this on my wrist.
Oh.
This bright
Moto 360
orange
Sport.
smartwatch.
It's like a toy. Get a little toy on your wrist.
Yeah, it does look kind of like a toy.
I like it a lot, though. I really do.
Yes.
I love the
this
design
is the
of it.
Moto 360 Sport, and it is basically the fitness version of the second generation Moto 360. It has all the same internals as the 42 millimeter version, except they've added GPS, and it has kind of a cool new display technology. And I really like it. I've used it for, I don't know, probably a week now. I've done a few fitness types things with it, and I'm really liking it a lot, actually.
How does the silicone feel? Because that was the biggest thing for me.
The silicone band is like one of my favorite things about this. It's so comfortable. I've never had a silicone band on any of my smartwatches, and I don't know, I have to get one now because I forget that I'm wearing this watch a lot. The silicone is really soft.
It doesn't irritate your skin at all? Because that was
all.
my big thing with Fitbit. Sometimes it irritates my skin.
Yeah, it hasn't been irritating my skin at all. Like I said, I've been wearing it for about a week and nothing yet. But there's no silicone like underneath the watch part. And I think on Fitbits there is silicone under there, and I've seen pictures of people showing like that's where they get the irritation. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I get mine there, and then the buckle where it connects on the bottom of my wrist.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not having any of those problems, but it feels like a really high quality silicone. But the thing that does kind of suck about it is you can't swap it out because it's fully wrapped around the watch, and
so whatever color you get, you're just kind of stuck with it.
Black, white, or orange are your options. And this is the orange one, and it's actually a pretty cool shade of orange. I don't mind wearing it around that much. But the display is really neat. It has this, like, Motorola calls it the Any Light display. And I was reading all about it the other day trying to figure out how it works, and it's kind of cool. So there's like this reflective layer underneath the display, and when it detects that there's like really bright light, it will turn the display into a black and white mode, but the white pixels aren't really white, they're actually transparent, and so they are letting through that reflective layer, so it's like a cutout of the stuff that you want to see. It's really cool. So it actually is extremely visible in sunlight, and because it's reflective, like the brighter the light is, actually the easier it is to read, which is crazy.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me buy one of these.
That's cool.
The only downside to that is when it's in like ambient mode and you're inside, sometimes the lighting's not so great. It can be hard to read the ambient mode inside because there's like not enough light to reflect off of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're active and you're out and about a lot, out during the day and stuff, this would be a pretty awesome.
Yeah. And like most of the time indoors, there's plenty of light to see it anyways.
It's like the Game Boy Advance, like the old Game Boy Advances from back in the day, and you had to use a little Remember the little like lights, the little worm lights you had to like
Yeah.
shine down to
Yeah.
reflect? Yeah, pretty
I
cool.
don't think I'm gonna attach one of those to my smartwatch.
You should just whoop, so you can read it indoors.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's just a good fitness watch. Motorola has some apps on it that are mainly for running. There's like an app called Moto Running. That's a complaint I've seen in a lot of other reviews is that people say it's basically a running watch, not really a fitness watch. But I mean, the thing is, you can download tons of apps.
I was gonna say, does it integrate with Google Fit? Because Google Fit is pretty accurate itself.
Yeah. So like, and actually, the Moto Running app integrates with Google Fit too. So like, basically any app that you could have it all tied together through Google Fit. So like use Moto's app for running because Moto's app actually is really nice for running. And then if you wanted to use like, I don't know, Map My Run or Strava or something for bike rides, you could use that and it all gets fed into Google Fit. So yeah, I mean, it is a lot of running stuff on here, but you know, you can download as many apps as you want to do the other activities.
Is it more expensive than the regular Moto 360, or are they the same price?
Is it $299
for the Sport?
Yeah, I forget.
That's a good question.
I want to say it's $299.
It was like more expensive. Yeah, it's $299. So yeah, it's about the same or cheaper. No.
How much is the 360, the regular one?
I could have sworn the 360 was $350.
Yeah.
360 second gen.
I mean, it should be a little cheaper because like it's a silicone band and not the nice leather that Motorola uses.
Yeah.
And the display is like this. It has that cool AnyLight technology, but the display as a whole, I think, is not quite as good as the regular version.
How's the battery life on it?
Colors and whatnot. Battery life is fine. I've been ending the day with like 30% left. But obviously, like if you go on long runs and you're using the GPS built-in GPS, battery life is going to take a big hit. But if you're just using it like mainly a smartwatch and doing some fitness stuff, it's completely fine. It's a lot better than the first gen Moto 360 I have.
Oh yeah, the regular 360 is $350, so it's a little bit more expensive just for the regular model. Okay, so it's a little bit cheaper. You get a silicone band, and that's maybe better display. Sometimes better display.
Yeah, the outdoor display is really nice.
Easily readable.
And you get like Motorola has a special watch face for the Sport, which is really cool. It like shows your steps, your calories, your heart rate activity all on the watch face. I wish you could get that watch face on the other Moto 360 watches, but I mean, honestly, all of Motorola's fitness software is really nice. They have like a Moto Body app that you can put on your phone, and it syncs everything.
I want that watch face that they always have on there. I don't know what that is. Is that like a Moto Body thing? I have to download an app for that, or?
No, I think it's just for the just this watch because the watch face is called Sport. I think it's specifically for this one.
Poor Chris.
It is watch face. I have not changed.
It's like easily, yeah, it's my favorite. All the little stats you got and little things all around it. It looks cool.
It does.
Yeah, it's really appealing to me.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So, is it better than the regular Moto 360? If you do a lot of fitness stuff, for sure.
Sweating, I don't like sweating all over your leather band on the regular. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I mean, you could get a silicone band for the regular one, but you're not going to have the built-in GPS, which is nice for you could just go on a run and leave your phone behind, and you're not going to get the display that is really easy to read outside. So you could use the Moto regular one as a fitness watch and do a lot of the same things, but you'll miss some of the features too. And it's a little cheaper, so there you go.
Yeah.
And then sticking with this, I actually got the Android Marshmallow update today on here.
Wow.
Watch. I haven't gotten that yet.
It's supposed to be rolling out to the first gen one already too, people are saying. I haven't got it on my first gen one yet.
Yeah, today it started. I had some people pinging me on Hangouts saying, "Oh, I got it."
So the major thing that's new in it, I guess, is and I did a quick video on it that should be posted to Fandroid later today. Is they added some more gestures to the wrist gesture thing. So you know how you could before you could flip through, but now you can do this gesture that's kind of like this, like you do go a down motion,
Select
and
stuff.
it lets you actually take action on a card. So you can use your wrist to flip up to say you got a Hangouts message, then you do this, and it will swipe over to the reply button. Then you do this motion again, and yeah, hilarious. Grow up.
Just doing it in public is going to be really funny.
Well, okay, you're not going to have
walking around
your
doing
hand
that.
way up here either.
They look like people making chicken wings.
Yeah. Don't do your hands way up here if you're doing this in public. That's my pro tip for you. But anyway, no, you can. It's really cool because you can swipe all the way over to the reply button and then do the gesture, and it will automatically go into a voice reply. So you could scroll to the notification, scroll over to reply, and send a reply to someone, and not even touch your watch once.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Which is very convenient if your hands are messy and you're doing something.
Unless you're at a concert and you're jumping up and down and shaking your arms around and you're sending a million.
To everyone.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really. There's doze mode in Marshmallow on the watch, but
so weird.
That doesn't make any sense to me because it only works when the watch is completely still, and it's on your wrist, so your hand's never still.
Maybe it does when you sleep, but I mean you're supposed to charge it when you sleep, so.
Yeah, it won't last very long, but I mean I guess maybe it would if you forgot your charger someplace and you're like, oh shoot, let me put my watch on my bed nightstand or something and left it there, but. Usually you would just power down, but I guess if you forgot to power, I mean it's a cool feature, and it's weird because you forget that Android these watches. I mean they're kind of running Android, they get those features of Marshmallow and stuff does. It's crazy. So.
Yep. So that's rolling out now, and that's pretty much my final thoughts on the Moto 360 Sport. My full review's up on Fandroid if you want to read more on it. I did not have Marshmallow when I finished the review, so keep that in mind, though it wouldn't really have changed any of my opinion. I gave it a pretty good review as it is. So
Joe's review is gonna make me buy one. It is.
Oh man.
Yeah, because you have that Fitbit.
I do.
It would be really interesting to do wear both the Fitbit and this 360 Sport for a while.
I'll do that. I definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and see how accurate it is.
It's funny because my girlfriend, I gave her the Honor Zero, that little, it's kind of like a smartwatch, but it's like a fitness tracker and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That Ashley hated.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
She's
I
been
felt like
wearing
the Mad Hatter walking around with two things on my wrist.
all blinged out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she was all mad, not mad, but she was I don't get it. It says I walked 700 steps and I just woke up right now and I'm I don't know, man. That thing's boo boo.
Yeah.
Get what you pay for.
Yeah, I mean mine 360 Sport right now says I have 376 steps and I haven't left my house today.
Yeah, that's pretty average.
High.
Walking around, moving around the house.
I feel like it's been pretty accurate. Is this something that do all Android Wear watches take your heart rate continuously?
I don't think they do.
I think it does it every once in a while when you're it detects movement or something. It'll flash on or something. Because I know sometimes mine will just say you've reached your 1 minute of heart rate activity for the day.
Are you wearing yours right now?
I'm not, no. But when you shake it, if you take it if I take it off and I move it around a little bit, you'll see the little light start flickering on and off in the back.
Okay. Because I know on this one it is pretty much constantly taking your heart rate, and then it will record that and tell you how much vigorous activity you've done throughout the day. But then you can also go in the Google Fit app and you can actually see in the last hour it will show your heart rate every 5 minutes what it was, which is kind of neat. So I'm
Fitbit
not
does
sure if
that
all
too.
Android Wear
So
devices do that.
now I'm super intrigued because the Charge HR was the only Fitbit device that does continuous heart rate.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it doesn't seem to like have any hit on the battery life. I've been using it with the screen always on and all that stuff going, and battery life has been fine. All right, enough about the Moto 360 Sport. Let's move on to some of our other stuff. So we still got a lot of Galaxy S7 leaks coming in. Chris, I'll let you
It's
handle all this.
leaking all over the place.
It does. This is more leaks than I've ever seen for a phone before.
It's because we're so close now, and I mean I remember there was like this is back during the whole Steve Jobs era and like the Apple leaks, like they're having such like tight control over all the Apple leaks, but and Samsung tried to imitate, but now I feel like after that it's all like over and done with. Now we just have leaks everywhere, but there's been a few in the wild shots from China or somewhere, but so we did get to see the phone like in the wild, which a lot of people are saying it looks kind of ugly and just weird and stupid, but that's because all these leak shots, they never really do the phones justice. They always look stupid. Every single phone that's ever leaked where you have those like horrible blurry cam shots or just, these people always say they're like, oh, that looks ugly or that looks hideous, and when the phone comes out, they're like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's great, I love it. So we did get to see it there, and it looks just like all the the renders and everything we would have expected before. It just has a curved back, which we've talked about before, and it's the launch date was leaked too. So it's looking like it's going to be March 11th, although it's not confirmed yet. This is like an EV leak, March 11th, and that's pretty darn close, considering the announcement will be on February 21st. So that's like 2 weeks after. 2 weeks after it's just been formally unveiled. It's crazy, awesome. So you could potentially have this phone in March. Although I wonder if that's going to be pre-orders or if that's going to be like the actual launch date. Well, I guess we'll have to see. But there was a new leak today saying that Samsung is going to be throwing in a free Gear VR with every pre-order.
I saw that. That's really interesting.
That is crazy. That is awesome. That is crazy awesome. That is so cool. If true. I mean, like, you would expect a manufacturer to maybe throw in like some cheap Google Cardboard or something with every purchase, but like a full-fledged Gear VR, that's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna tell my roommate that because he's has had Samsung phones since the Galaxy S2, and I'll be like, if you get the S7, you're gonna get a VR.
Yeah, I think that would really. I mean, it's maybe not so much like soccer moms and like teenage girls, but like techies and stuff. This will probably like cause them to like, yeah, let me pre-order that be easy. But it's still a rumor right now, so I mean, it might just be like $50 off a Gear VR or something, but. So that's kind of with all the leaks. It's been leaking a lot. I'm sure we're going to see more of the phone in the coming days, leading up to Mobile World Congress, which I'm very excited about. Very, very excited about.
Cool.
Yeah.
And HTC One M10 is still in the leaking news too.
Yeah. They said that they're going to be changing the branding for the M10, so it might not be called the M10.
Probably trying to move away from the M branding with how bad the last two phones were.
Yeah, I think they're finally ready to retire the whole M stuff. Which is really sad, but I'm guessing they're going to go with like the A10 or.
You think they're going to what?
They're going to go with like the A10 or something because it looks the photos that they leaked of it. We saw the whole front of the device. It looks exactly like an A9, possibly a little bit bigger, but the specs are like very flagship worthy specs. So. Rumors that they're going to rebrand it. I'm guessing it's going to be like the A10 or something because I guess the A9 did so well for HTC so far.
Did it do well?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said it sold pretty well. Well, I mean, like their financials or whatever. It like they weren't like nosediving anymore, so that's promising.
That's always a good thing.
We'll have to wait and see, but yeah. So I mean, A10, that's cool too, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
The only problem is that they're going to be launching a lot later than the Samsung Galaxy S7 and the LG G5. Well, those are all like rumored, but they're saying that it's going to be May 9th for the HTC M10 or A10, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of a lot later, and it's going to be announced in April. So that's, yeah. I don't know if anyone's going to stick around and wait for that. Most people will probably just jump on this like Galaxy S7 Gear VR promo pre-order thing.
Yeah, I mean, it can go either way. Like, if the S7 and the G5 and everything are amazing and everyone loves them, people are just going to buy those right away. But
which I think they will be.
If Samsung and LG don't, hit it out of the park, people will be like, well, let's wait and see what HTC has.
Let's hang around, see.
I just have to say, I've never said I will wait and see what HTC has.
I mean, they've always been really good about like launching their phones like really, really quickly to kind of get the jump on Samsung and LG's. And LG was the one that would always launch like really late in the year. So this year, LG has like moved up the schedule all the way up to like Samsung's, in like for Mobile World Congress announcements and all that. So it's just weird to see HTC kind of doing the whole like, well, let's just push it off a little bit longer. I don't imagine it's going to do very well for them, sadly. But I'm sure it'll be a great phone if it's anything like that.
I'm looking forward to it. I really like the A9, so if it is just an A9 with flagship specs, I would be all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds very standard. Like right now, the Galaxy S7 and the G5, they have all these kind of like tricks and things that they're going to be doing. The G5 is rumored to be like semi-modular. The S7 is rumored to have some kind of pressure-sensitive display, and what is it? The S7 Edge is going to have some crazy huge 3,600 milliamp hour battery, which would be absolutely nuts. So, I mean, there's all these cool little things, and I feel like the M10 is just going to be like, we finally made a good phone, but it's not going to be better than all these other phones. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right, and moving on to the G5, I guess LG has kind of confirmed that there's going to be an always-on display.
Yeah, which is
a case.
That's really interesting to me.
Yeah, weird. Because, I mean, originally the rumors were they're going to have some kind of always-on, like, secondary or auxiliary display, like on the V10. But now it's looking like it's going to be just, like, an always-on display, like, right on the front, just a big old honking thing. But it'll be interesting to see the technology or what kind of, like, stuff they're going to be using for that, because if it's just LCD, you can't just have an always-on LCD display. It'll drain batteries so quickly. And there's people that are like in the comments like oh, this is gonna be terrible for battery. Next, fail, and it's like, well, I'm sure LG's tested it. It's not gonna have 2-hour battery life. It's just something they can do. And then when they announced yesterday, they announced the official cover, quick cover. I forget what they're calling it now. Case for it. For the G5, which is weird because the phone still isn't like 100%. I mean, it's not even. I mean, I guess it's kind of announced, but it's not like totally unveiled, and they're already announcing cases for it and stuff. But they showed.
I noticed they changed from like just a quick circle case to like it's almost like a rectangle now with rounded edges.
Yeah, a little rectangular.
I think the circle was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the circle was cool because it was unique and it kind of gave it its own little thing and it made it different. But this is showing that always-on display, which I don't know if maybe they're doing something kind of like the what is it, the Moto 360 Sport, where they have like a transparent layer and only on this like top section where they're showing stuff. I don't know. It'll be weird or interesting to see, but their case is going to be touch sensitive, so you can actually interact with your phone while the cover is over your phone, which is kind of neat. Again, just some more little tricks and little things that Samsung and LG are going to be doing this year.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever actually used those like smart cases for the Samsung and LG phones?
I have.
I bought the G3 and I bought it on Swappa because I bought it used and it came with a quick circle case, and I immediately took it off and did not use it.
I feel like moms and stuff. My mom uses it like on her like Motorola and she loved it. My sister had it on her, I forget what she used it on, like her Oppo something or other.
I don't understand why people like folio cases for their phones, because I hate pulling it out of my pocket and then having to flip a cover off of it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would bother me a lot. I just figured it's kind of like having a screen protector without having a screen protector, so you're not going to scratch it up if it's like in your purse or something.
Yeah, I
Because
could see that, but
like my girlfriend, she gets a phone, she puts it in her purse, and no matter what phone it is, it comes out and it's just all scratched. I don't know what she has in her purse, like a bag of rocks or something, but it always comes out pretty messed up. But
I used one for a while when I had the G4, and it's kind of cool to just be able to like you slap it shut and it turns off your display.
yeah, you
You
open it
open
and
it
it
and your
turns on.
display's open like right there. You don't have to press the power button or anything.
I mean, I could see using it when you're out and about and then coming home and then taking it off or something. But
Mhm.
it was funny. I don't know if you guys remember last year's the Galaxy S6. Samsung had they had these plastic kind of see-through looking ones, metallic see-through looking ones.
I have one
And
of those.
the plastic was marring, like scratching up the display because it was like plastic and it wasn't. I mean, I don't know if you've ever put like a plastic case over like a metal phone or glass with the back, where it scratches like
Right
after a
here.
while. Like the little debris and stuff will get in there and start scratching it. That's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
But like there was a big old thing. People were so pissed off because they're like, dude, I bought this case to protect my phone and it ended up like scratching it more than if I didn't even use it. So
Yeah, it's a really weird case. I have it for the. Let me put it on quick. I have it for the Edge Plus, and that's basically what it does when you close it.
there you go. Yeah, it's see-through. Yeah, that's
Yep.
quite cool.
It's weird.
Metallic-y. Looks very space age.
All right, so speaking of smartwatches like we were at the top of the show, Qualcomm apparently has a new chip that's going to make Android Wear devices much thinner in the future.
Yeah.
good.
that's
They
exciting.
stick up too much off of your
Great
wrist.
news. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can see, this is the Sport. That's how much it sticks up off my wrist.
It doesn't look too bad, but I mean,
No, it's not that bad.
No, the first gen Moto 360 was really big though.
Yeah, here it is next to the original. I don't know if you can get a good look at it. It's not
Yeah.
actually that big of a difference.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can show it better on my wrist like this. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
just a little bit thinner, not major. But yeah, so Qualcomm has a new processor, and that's pretty much like what all these smartwatches are using is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400, and there's pretty much a limit to how thin they can be with that processor and the battery and all that stuff. So that should be pretty exciting because have you guys ever seen the Pebble Time round in person?
I have
yes.
not. No.
Paper
That
thin.
Thin.
Paper thin. I mean, it's so thin. It's crazy. And I feel like that's what kind of turns people off. Like every time my girlfriend is like trying to get a watch or something, she's like, "Oh, they're all big," and I'm like, "They're not that big," and she puts
That's
it on.
why
it's
I
like
haven't bought one yet. Yeah.
giant, thick old. And I didn't really figure it had so much to do with the processor. I just thought that was just like where our technology's at, the components, like the other components and stuff. But I mean, apparently a big portion of that is going to be the processor. So this is good. Good news. If they can get
Yeah.
it Pebble Time thin, which I doubt, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think the main thickness of a smartwatch is like it's the display, the processor, and the battery are like
Yeah.
the three layers.
3 big layers.
And like the Pebble Time round, it is really thin, but it also doesn't have nearly as good battery life as the other Pebbles because of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, instead of 7 days, it's getting like 4 days or something.
Well, I think it's getting like 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So Google has a patent for self-driving trucks with storage lockers.
Yes. So there was like rumors that Amazon was going to be launching like their own delivery service, like FedEx and UPS and stuff, which makes sense because Amazon's huge, and I mean I'm sure it costs them lots of money to always be shipping things through FedEx and UPS. And it was just a couple of hours later or something, they found this Google patent that Google was granted, and it shows like these trucks with lockers in the back of them. So they would, I guess, be using Google's self-driving technology, and it's a patent, so it's just kind of like an idea that they're thinking about. So it's no way like this is going to happen or anything, but it's just interesting to see. It would be kind of weird or cool actually to buy something and just have it just boop, a little truck pull up. You go out and like swipe your credit card, and your locker opens up, and you pull out your whatever it was you ordered. So
Oh my god, that would be so crazy.
It's future stuff. This is
People delivering groceries from Amazon just go out and swipe it on the truck.
yeah. I mean, it's already getting to the point where Amazon is pretty darn quick in like LA and stuff, and we have some stuff the same day. I bought a keyboard like yesterday, and it came the same exact day that I ordered
Well,
it. So.
I know they're experimenting with Amazon 1 hour, like order things and get it within 1 hour.
That is like seriously out of control. But like it's so weird because I used to make a habit. I mean, this is like a year or maybe even 2 ago. Like I'd get off work and then like me and my girlfriend would go to Target or Walmart to go buy things, and it's just like just replenish stuff around the house. But I literally never have to do that now. Now I feel like I hardly ever even leave my apartment now because it's just I order everything online now and it gets here super duper quick. And this like a fleet of self-driving trucks is kind of crazy, kind of cool, a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it'd be awesome.
So like if it comes to your house and delivers something, are you gonna have to go out?
Yeah, I guess you would physically have to go out to the truck. They would like send you a notification or something. Hey, your truck is here, and you go out there and it's like parked in front of your house.
Because that to me is a step back.
You
Right
have to
now
go
they can just
outside
leave
and
it on the
interact with the
porch.
truck.
I don't have to.
No, it's a step forward, girl.
No, if I have to go out and get something off a truck, that's more work than what it is now.
It's several steps forward if you but it's cool. I mean, it seems like it would be cool because I don't know, and I'm sure it would
If they
save.
have a self-driving vehicle, they should have a robotic arm that sets up and knocks in your door and drives away.
Or they can have like self-driving trucks with little drones on top. They pull up to your house and the little drone drives it to like your porch, flies
There
it to
you
your
go.
porch, drops it off on your porch, and flies back to its truck.
I think in the future, like we're all just gonna have landing pad zones or something,
Yeah.
like for deliveries.
That would make
There'll be
total
like
sense.
there'll be like a chip in it where a drone can like identify it and like, oh, this is where I land and drop this
'Cause
stuff.
I was thinking like that would like the whole delivery truck thing would make sense in suburbs and this and that where you have like lots of places to park and stuff. But like in LA around here, parking is ridiculous. Like our streets are like this small. You got cars trying to squeeze in going both ways, and it's like a freaking Google truck just parked out in the middle of the street. There's nowhere to park at all. They would have to just stay in the middle of the street while you went out there and hold up traffic. So yeah, I don't think it would work very well. Congested areas, but the drones, I guess the drone thing could work.
All right, last couple of things here. OnePlus 2 is now $350, but you still should not buy it. Those are Chris's words, not mine.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I let my mom I gave it to her to use to upgrade her Moto G, and at first she was all like happy about it, but now the display is tweaking the F out. It has like phantom touches, so she'll just be doing nothing and it's making calls to like random people.
Oh,
And this isn't even a problem with just the 2. This was also I looked online trying to see if this is a common issue, and it is, and it happened to the OnePlus One, and now it's on the OnePlus 2. So like it's just so ridiculous. And she says sometimes it'll just freeze and she has to like try to reboot it and stuff. I had to walk her through the steps of doing like a hard reboot, and it was just
that's not
so
good.
yeah, it's been a total nightmare. So I'm just telling people, and at first I was so convinced like this is a great phone for $300 No, it's not. It's don't even bother. It's ridiculous phone.
All right, and our last little story here is not really a little story. So Verizon's Go 90 app is now data free for postpaid customers.
Oh snap!
We've talked quite a bit about these type of practices and net neutrality, and this is probably the biggest offense.
I was gonna say this is pretty blatant. Yeah.
You can't even sugarcoat it. I mean, like T-Mobile is always like, well, this is great for consumers, and it's just like this is Verizon's app, and they're giving their app preferential treatment on their network, and it's free.
Straight up.
And they're not offering any other apps or services for free. I mean, come the freak on! This is insane.
Yeah, that's at least T-Mobile is trying to dance around the situation. Verizon just like, nope, we're just going hardcore.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you gonna do, FCC? That's what they're saying.
They need to do something.
So. That Go 90 app too is so stupid to begin with. Like
they're really trying to make it. They're really trying to make it work. Like they really, really
why?
Are.
I just don't
even
get it.
What is it? Like I've never had Verizon. What is it?
It's just like a video streaming app.
Yeah. Video streaming, I mean, it's just like any of these other ones, but I mean, I think they're trying to get their own content on there because everyone right now wants to be the next Netflix, and just this is Verizon's effort, and it's just kind of stupid right now. It doesn't make much sense, but I mean, they're really, really giving it their all, and with free data, it's kind of like why the heck not? But yeah, I think it's kind of dumb.
Yup. All right, let's do some wins and fails of the week. I had a hard time coming up with a win this week, so I'm going to go with OK Go has a new music video. If you don't know who OK Go is, they're kind of the masters of viral music videos in the past. Videos. They've had quite a few, and most of the time they're like really elaborate effects that are like practical effects. Like there's that one where they have a really long Rube Goldberg machine.
That one was awesome.
Yeah, and there's one where they're like on treadmills and doing all these crazy tricks, and they're really good at it. So they have a new one, and it's for the song Upside Down and Inside Out. And so they're on one of those planes that simulates zero gravity, and their whole music video is in this plane, and so they're flying around, they're throwing stuff around. It's in zero gravity. They're like doing somersaults and spinning around, and it's really cool, and it's all completely real, no green screens or CGI or anything like that. It's a crazy video. Yeah, the song's decent too.
I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like I probably will before the end of the day.
Yeah, you probably will see it pretty soon. Because that's kind of what happens with their videos, is everyone's like, oh my god, look at this.
Every video, I'm always like, how are they going to top this? Or how are they going to, like, what are they going to think of next? Like, I wouldn't be able to think of these ideas. Like, it just doesn't make, it's just so difficult. Like, it's so nuts. Like, but yeah, that's cool. I want to see it.
Yeah, there's a part in the video where they're throwing around, like, hundreds of balls filled with paint. It's really cool. Go check it out. My fail of the week is going to be I think 2 weeks in a row now. It's going to be Twitter. So I guess they are changing the way mentions work pretty soon. If you don't know, right now, if you say Chris tweets something and I send a reply to him, people who are following both me and Chris will see that reply, but anyone who's not following Chris but they're following me, they won't see it. So it's basically so if you're following someone and they're constantly talking to these people that you're not following, you don't see any of that noise in your timeline.
Yeah.
Which I actually think is a great feature of Twitter, because sometimes I'll go to people's timelines to see if I want to follow them, and their entire timeline is just tweets to other people, and so then
yeah.
All right, you don't even have any tweets of your own, so I won't bother following them. But so now they're going to change it, I guess, so that if you send a tweet to anyone, it's public. It shows up in your timeline, so anyone who's following you will see it, even if they're not following the person you're talking to.
I
think
that
makes
at all.
0 sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't say exactly how they're going to change it. He just said they're going to kind of streamline it to make it a little more easy and accessible to newbies, Twitter newbies, because I guess Twitter has been having a lot of trouble adding because Facebook's been growing. I mean, pretty soon the entire world is going to be on Facebook. I mean, we're almost at that point. It's there's 1 billion, I forget how many active monthly users, but Twitter has been kind of flatlining recently, so they're trying to do whatever they can to make it more, because it's confusing. I mean, who would even know something like that exists? And I've seen people that have just joined Twitter, and they're always making these little noob mistakes like that, and they think people are seeing these tweets and they're not. And you have to kind of explain it to them. But so they're going to try to make it a little more easier to use. So I don't know if it's maybe a little button below that says make this tweet public or something, but we'll have to see. But I don't know if they're just going to try to they're not just going to add it and spam up everyone's timelines, because that would be.
I mean, the one thing that sounds good that they will be doing is so one of the downsides to how it works right now is that if you are tweeting to someone and you want it to be a public tweet, you have to put a period in it, which basically negates that it's a reply to someone. And that's really annoying. For example, for us on Fandroid, if we
forget.
Yeah,
Sometimes
if you
it's
like, we're writing a tweet and like we start the tweet with Google's handle, only, and we forget to put that period in, only people that are following Google are going to see it. And it makes no sense because like we're composing a brand new tweet.
Yeah,
We
it should
didn't
be
hit
able
the
to detect
reply
that.
button.
It really should be able to detect that. I mean, yeah, if you're hitting the reply button, then just make it, do it the old way. But if you're not, you're composing a brand new tweet, then don't do
Exactly.
that. Which is probably how it'll just end up working. But
If that is how it works, I'll be fine with that.
yeah.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
My win for the week is going to be the new Batman versus Superman trailer. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm sure everyone saw it.
I saw it.
The final trailer. This is the final one before the movie comes out. And it is this is the best trailer. This is such a good trailer. Like I can watch this over and over again. I was really upset with the last trailer, the spoilerific trailer, which literally spoiled the entire movie and gave away so much. This one was like a near perfect trailer. Like just gave you enough, showed you all the action, still kind of like it was good. It was so
Just
great.
think if this would have been the trailer they showed last
I
time.
would have, like, honestly, I would have, like, gotten goosebumps. I would have pre-ordered tickets. I would have been right there first in line. I mean, which I'm still going to see the movie, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. They should have just deleted that trailer altogether, fired the people who made it, and then just
I know,
pretend like
because
it
like,
never
I watched
happened.
this trailer, and I agree with you. It is a really good trailer. But in the back of my mind, I kept waiting for them to show the big monster thing.
It sucks. Yeah, I was like, don't show him, and then they didn't. So it was like,
And
awesome.
Yeah, and like I don't want him to show up, but then when the trailer's over, I'm like, you just think that we all forgot about that, don't you?
Yeah, they're trying to play it off. And it was cool because I mean, you can hear what's the guy's Jamie Eisenberg, whatever his name is, Lex
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse, yeah, he's playing Lex Luthor, and in this one, he's kind of like you can hear him in the background narrating stuff, but he doesn't. I mean, it's not like so obvious like this is Lex Luthor. He's not like, hey guys, Lex Luthor, and like talk. He's just like kind of almost narrating the trailer in a way, and it just works so well. And they didn't give away too much, and it really makes it seem like the movie really is just Batman versus Superman, and then maybe Wonder Woman pops up in there for some odd reason to kick Superman's butt. Who knows? But it's so much better than that other trailer. So definitely going to be my win for the week. Super excited about the movie now, which I'm in, by the way. I was in the movie, just so you guys know. As an extra, I don't even know if my scene's going to be in there, but we'll see. But my win for the week is going to be the huge fail is going to be the Huawei GX8. For some odd reason, Huawei thought it would be a good idea to also release the exact same phone as the Honor 5X, only they were going to add $150 to the price and take off the Honor branding. I don't know how.
Same specs, but
Why. The corners are slightly more rounded, so apparently your $150 would get you slightly more rounded corners. It just makes zero sense at all. I don't get it. Which is so weird because I mean, when we got the press release, I felt like sending like a response like, why would you guys do why? It's just ridiculous, and it's unlocked, and I mean it's available in the same chat like you buy directly from Huawei, but we would recommend just going, to Amazon and buying the Honor for $150 less. So.
Yeah, I mean, the GX8 does look nicer, but it's not worth more money for it.
Slightly rounded corners.
All right, Ashley, you have a good story for us.
I do. I have 2 wins this week. But first I want to ask you guys, do you ever use OK Google in your day-to-day?
No.
No,
I
not
do
at all.
when I'm wearing an Android Wear watch, but I don't when I'm just have my phone on me.
So my phone just goes off because it heard me. I use it every day because usually when I'm cooking and my hands are dirty and I need it to set timers for me, so I'll be in the kitchen and be like, okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. And my roommate always makes fun of me because he's like, you're in there talking to your phone. And I was like, yeah, it works. Like, I don't have to touch my phone.
It just works.
But yesterday, I told it to play one of my playlists on Google Music, and I think that perked his ears up because this morning he was in there in the bathroom shaving, and I hear him say, okay, Google, play a certain song. And
I just heard it go off.
mhm. it amused me
God bless her.
because he's all the time making fun of me, but now he's started using it. And he's not a techie. Like, he doesn't know anything about phones. He just knows that he has an Android phone and that it's by Samsung. So the fact that he started using OK Google, and I'm curious if he'll use it more frequently. So I
What did
guess
he
we'll
use
see.
it for? For the music thing?
Yeah, he wanted it to play a certain song while he was in the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, it's really cool thing, and like Google's trying to show it off a lot. And I don't know if you've noticed any of their TV commercials. They have quite a few TV commercials now of just people asking, "Okay, Google," and I think that's great because people need to realize that Android
There are a lot of
phones
people
can do
that
that.
like don't realize, because we went to Mississippi for one of his conferences for work, and we were eating at a restaurant, and he wanted to go to Sonic afterward and get a slush. And he said, well, I don't know where any Sonics are around here. So I was like, okay, Google, find the nearest Sonic drive-in. And the waitress afterwards, she walks up and she's like, I hope you have fun trying to find a Sonic. And it was just really, really interesting to see how people respond to someone talking to their phone to get information from it.
Yeah. Okay,
My,
cool.
my other win, though, is it's for an app. It's 1Password, which you guys are probably familiar with. But it has a new feature called Watchtower. And it basically scans all of the passwords that you have saved for the websites. And if there is a security notification published for that website, Watchtower will alert you that you need to change your password directly in its app, so you don't have to find the security notification yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
that's cool.
Nice.
I've gotten a few, like, what was it? I can't remember what service it was, but there's been a few services where they're like, we've been compromised, you should change your password, and then I just forgot about completely and never even ended up changing my password. I'm like, oh man.
But if you use 1Password, you can see instantly, oh, they've had a hack, they've been compromised, I need to change it. So
which
that's
happens
really good.
all the time, by the way.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Every day practically. It's
Yeah.
Damn
That's
hackers.
kind of the problem with those type of services.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some app picks. So mine is a really good app pick because it's an app about app picks, essentially. It's called App Hunt. And if you've heard of the site Product Hunt, this is sort of the same thing, but it's only for apps. And so you download this app, and it's like people will submit Android apps, and then users of the app can I'm saying app so many times. Users of the app can vote on the apps in App Hunt, and so it's kind of like a ranking of the best new apps to come out. And so like you open it right now, and Alto's Adventure is at the top because that was recently released for Android, and there's like people have left reviews. The second app is a new app called Promo Codes, where you can go win promo codes to paid apps. I guess it's almost like Reddit too, because it shows like the upvotes, and so it's like Reddit if it was just all Android apps, new Android apps. So if you're like someone like me who you like to see a lot of new Android apps and try them out, this is a great app. You just open the app, and you can see a list of all the recent things that have come out.
That is awesome. This is a great idea. Why didn't we never still think of it?
What'd you say?
Why didn't never still think of it?
Oh.
I see Steve Albright, his little photo in one of the screenshots.
Yeah, the Early Bird app that I recommended last week was on the top of the charts in App Hunt for quite a while, pretty much like all last week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep. All right, Chris, I'm really excited about your app pick.
My app pick for the week is going to be Instagram.
Oh, man.
It's old, but there's a new update, and it's probably the best update we've seen in a very long time. But not for everybody. It's basically if you have multiple Instagram accounts now, you can add them all to you can switch between them on Instagram, and it's pretty freaking awesome. This has completely changed the way I've used the app because I have my personal Instagram, I have a not so personal one, and this is awesome. And then we can also manage the Fandroid Instagram account if we wanted to from that. So it's the greatest thing.
I recently created a Fandroid Instagram account.
What is our Fandroid Instagram account, by the way?
It's Fandroid with an S on the end. Fandroids.
Oh,
Someone already had
Fandroid.
Fandroid.
Yeah, some dude has Fandroid, I remember, and I was like, that jerk.
I haven't really advertised that we started an Instagram account too much. We only have 15 followers right now, so if you're listening to this podcast, you could be one of the exclusive members.
Oh, or you can just follow me at GamerCore, and that might be better. Yeah, so that's my big app pick for the week.
It actually is a really good update because, like, Twitter has multiple account support too, and it's kind of a pain to switch. But Instagram, it works really nice. It's really easy to switch back
and
and
it's
forth.
right there at the bottom. You have a little icon showing which account that you're on. Twitter, there's been so many times where I see a notification, doesn't tell you what account it's from. I click it, end up trying to retweet or respond, and I'm thinking I'm doing it from my own personal account, and I'm not. Or I post something, and it switches your account, and you don't even know that you're on the Fandroid. The other day I posted I think it was like my proposal thing to my girlfriend. I accidentally posted it onto the Fandroid one. I was like,
You did?
freaking hell! And I had to go and immediately delete it.
I didn't even notice that. I usually notice when you do that.
Yeah, I was pretty quick about it. After I saw it jump up, and I was like, wait, why am I following all these weird accounts that I don't normally? Oh shoot, I'm from the Fandroid account right now. So
That's funny. All right, Ashley.
My app is called Card Crawl. It's a game, of course, and I would describe it as a dungeon crawling solitaire game.
What?
Yeah, it's
What is
really
that?
weird.
What
But
does that even mean?
if you play it, you'll be like, oh wow, this is great. Basically, you sit down at a table with this guy, and he's got 54 cards. And there's item cards, there's monster cards, and then there's ability cards. And so you never know what you're going to get, and you have to try and get to the end of the deck without him killing you with the monster cards that he has.
Whoa.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. And as you collect gold and unlock more abilities, you sort of build out your deck so you get a little bit stronger each game you play, even if you lose. So I've been really addicted to it, and it only takes 5 minutes to play through a hand, so it's really fun.
Cool.
Oh.
I started recently playing that Pocket Morty's game. I know Chris recommended it.
Yeah, Pocket Morty's.
How was it? I never actually got a chance to play
You never
it.
actually played it? Oh, it's so fun. I love it.
Is it like Pokemon? Is it just you
Yeah,
catch
it is
anything?
a lot like Pokemon. I've never really been into the Pokemon type games, but I'm having a lot of fun with Pocket Morty's. You should try it out.
Oh, the graphics are awesome on Card Crawl. This is cool.
Oh yeah, it's a very nice looking game, and it's
Yeah.
free to start with. And I think if you pay a $2.99 in-app purchase, it gives you some more abilities and cards and things. It's really reasonable.
I was totally expecting some another 8-bit retro style.
No, it looks great.
Looks awesome.
Looks better than Tim Cook's iPhone photo.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, none of you guys use that as your win or fail. I forgot.
It's because it doesn't exist, Joe. It was
It
deleted.
exists on my Twitter account.
You deleted
Yeah,
it.
so if you haven't heard, Tim Cook was at the Super Bowl and he was on the field at the end of the game during the celebration, and he
With his
posted
iPad for some weird reason.
Yeah, he posted a photo, which of course was taken with some Apple device, and it was this blurry, crappy photo, and people were giving him a really hard time about it.
Yeah.
Because it was an iPhone or an iPad.
They said it was an iPad, and
Oh, did
people,
they? Okay.
yeah, people they were ragging on him a lot. Everybody was making so much fun of him. It's funny.
Yeah, and then 3 or 4 days later, several days later, he deletes it, and it's just dude, it's too late for that, man.
He's also been blocking people on Twitter that
Oh
have been
yeah, that was the real funny part,
talking to
too.
him about it.
Because everyone's talking trash to him, and everyone that is, he's just block.
Let's see
So
if he blocked me, because I tweeted it out. Tim Cook, where are you? Nope, I'm not blocked. That's good.
Not yet.
All right, so we got a tweet this week. Our Twitter account is @MobileRoarcast if you'd like to send us tweets. So we got a tweet from @dhinged. His or her username is Space Cat Guy. And this is we were talking about Windows Phone last week, and how apps and stuff is kind of the reason why it's dying. But he says that Android didn't have apps either but it's the interface of Windows Phone that people don't like. So his argument is like Android didn't have a lot of apps to begin with, but people still used it because the interface was good.
I think people used it because of the customization options and not necessarily that the interface was
Android
good.
was complete trash when it first came out.
Yeah, I
was,
kind of agree with you guys. So I went back and forth with him on Twitter a little bit. We had a good conversation about it because Android quickly got apps.
Yeah,
Like
there was always the promise that Android's open source and these developers can release whatever the heck they want. So there's always the promise of Android is going to soon have like 1 trillion apps. And
yeah, it did not take long for. I mean, it did take a while, but it didn't take extremely long time for Android to catch up in terms of having the same apps as iOS, whereas Windows Phone still hasn't. Like
they've been doing this for a while.
Can't even say how long it will take because it still hasn't happened, and so that's a major problem.
He's right though. The Windows Phone interface is a big problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is now, but like I don't think it's a reason why it started slowly, because when Windows Phone first came out, people were I mean, we're kind of talking like the same we did last week, but when Windows Phone first came out, the reviews and stuff for the interface were very positive. Like a lot of people liked it. And I still, like, when I wrote for Windows Phone, the major thing I would always hear is that I would love to try Windows Phone, but they just don't have such and such app. You know, people really wanted to try that interface, but the apps is what was holding them back. So
Sure.
I'm sure there are people who don't use Windows Phone, don't like Windows Phone because of the UI. But my opinion is that the apps is a little bit bigger of an issue.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So thanks for that, Hinch. That was a good little back and forth we had on Twitter. So if you'd like to send us a message on Twitter or tweet at us at MobileRoarcast, no spaces. But that's going to wrap things up for this week. If you don't want to tweet at us, you can use our email address, podcast@mobileroar.com. Haven't got any emails in a while, so you guys are letting us down. Especially, what's his name? Daquan Johnson. Are you still listening,
Daquan
Daquan?
Johnson.
Are you all right? We're worried.
Concerned.
But anyway, you can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, pretty much anywhere else, soon to be Google Play Music as well. And you can follow us. Chris is at GamerCore, Ashley is at Overlord Roar, and I am at Tall Schmo. We will see you guys next week.
Later.